Talk it up, talk it up, talk it up. What's happening, people?
Howdy.
It's a brand new week. It's a brand new mock draft. It's a brand new day. It's the first day of the training camp. We've all got the hype tweets, the hype messages, this and that. Someone's not on pub. Someone's on IR. Someone is doing an amazing catch over some other people. What an opportunity to be here. Talk it up. I mean, that's a hype right there. I give one of these. Wow.
Wow, that is hype. What's up, AB Mackin? He said, I left a comment on the Superflex video 3 days ago. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Normally we reply to comments straight away. If you're here, AB, you can drop a comment here. We'll reply to it. Otherwise, I will make sure and take a mental note to look through that. Typically, we would always try our best to reply to everyone. That's my bad. 44 days till kickoff, says Daniel.
Talk it up.
Tommy, what's up? Dak, what's up? Cole, how you darn? How you darn? What's up, Flonini?
How you darn? Redraft season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Look, we're going to still do Dynasty. We're actually doing a Dynasty startup mock draft right after this. But
Dynasty's
as always,
not going anywhere.
This is the Redraft channel. Day one of training camp for some teams. We are here. We are live. Let's get it going. But
yeah, and can I just say as well, if you know us mainly from our Dynasty channel, if you can do us a huge favor and make sure you're subscribed over here. A lot of people don't realize that they're not subscribed over here.
Yeah.
Turn your noties on, and if you can help us right now, 18 people watching, we do already have a really good amount of likes, but each like really helps this channel specifically. The Dynasty channel, it's just a topic that carries itself, but Redraft, it's a much more flooded space. So if you guys could really help us by dropping a like, that's just going to help our algorithm. It's going to help us reach more people, grow this channel as we go. Appreciate all your support, all your love. I have already put together some leagues for Redraft for a Patreon. Expect information by the end of this week. We're going to send out some invites for you guys and plan some draft dates for all those people who are playing in a Redraft league with us. And man, we have two really exciting things to announce, I think, in the next week. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's actually really exciting. So I'm really pumped. Some new content, some fun content, some opportunities for you guys, et cetera, et cetera. So what's happening, everyone? AB's comment was, who's going to be worse, Saquon or Danny Dimes? Honestly, probably just the cowgirls in general. I'll be honest with you.
So I didn't even see his comment. Oh, sorry. You said Dak. Okay, yeah, right. Who's going to be worse, Saquon or Danny Dimes?
What's happening, Tommy? Always nice to see you, man. I'm actually really happy for Redraft because we get to talk to people like you we haven't spoken to in a long time. There's just so many people that come on. Oh gosh, it's my turn on this league thing. Did I just
in the best ball league?
Did I just get auto drafted? I sure got auto
Ash K says, how can I join a Redraft league? So there's a couple options, guys. If you're watching this and you're already in our Dynasty leagues, you can move to the Best of Both Worlds tier. That allows you to get a Redraft league, and it's also no deposit necessary. However, if you want to play in just a Redraft league, that's also an option. Check out our Patreon. I just put it in the chat there. Patreon.com/FantasylandFam. The Redraft tier and the Best of Both Worlds tier, playing in a Redraft league is just one of those perks, including things like our rankings for Dynasty, Rookie Superflex, Redraft rankings. Might be having Best Ball rankings soon available there. I don't want to jump the gun too soon, but
just jump it.
Best Ball is growing and we love it. We've started to get addicted to it. Some fun things are going to be coming there, including another perk is called the Fancy Hotline, where you can ask us questions in a DM. There's a bunch of other stuff, supporter only streams, so check that out. JJ says, if I'm on the Patreon, do I automatically get a spot in a Redraft league? If you are in the Best of Both Worlds tier, yes, absolutely. And JJ, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe you are Best of Both Worlds.
I think so.
Let me actually look at I can actually pull it up right now. Yes, JJ, you are in Best of Both Worlds. So the following names are people who signed up this year to be in a Redraft league. JJ, Nicholas, back in 82, Ryan Anthony, Jordan Rudolph, Ashley Longmire, Brian, Eric, Joshua, Dak, Devon, Robin, Jonah, Cool Dude, ATJ, Dom, my boy Dom, Cole, Jay Steele. If you ever reply to us, you have a league waiting for you. And then of course everyone else from last year who's still John, Chase, Ed, Billy, My dad supports us, and he wants to play
Wow.
redraft with me. It's awesome.
Randy Dan Savage. They call him.
Kendall, Jack, Michael Monzo, Josh, Jacob. So we got a lot of people over there in the redraft leagues as well. And I feel like this is just going to keep popping off. So
yeah, redraft is happening. It's here now, the full effect. Once everyone gets the tweets and notification, that's when everyone starts to flood the mock draft. So what's happening? What's happening? Dom ATJ says, I'm in my element in redraft. Beware. What's happening, Kevin? What's happening, Dak? Good idea on best ball. That Texans from I don't know.
That's
what.
Texan for brilliant. Good idea.
Good idea on best ball.
I get it.
That's Texans. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Let's switch to this draft board.
Yeah. If you guys want to join a mock draft, super simple, super easy to join. Is just join our Discord first. Is it easy to get into the mock drafts? No. As the season gets closer and closer, it's going to be a lot harder. So it is first come, first serve. But all you have to do is join the Discord, go in the redraft and in season. That's where we'll be dropping our mock draft links for you guys to join. This is a 1 quarterback PPR mock draft. We're doing 1 quarterback today. We like to do super flex redraft. I think that's what the community's starting to like. So
and we're gonna do a super flex tomorrow. I think we're just gonna keep swapping it because a lot of people love 1 quarterback. A lot of people love super flex.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna keep swapping it. And everyone out there who's playing best ball, guys, so many best ball mocks are about to hit your screens from your boys, and I'm excited. We'll talk about it later.
Stay tuned. As always,
something happened this week we're excited about, and we're going to talk to you about it soon.
1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, couple bench spots. We're doing 30 seconds on the clock because we do have to do 2 mock drafts. So we're doing 30 seconds on redraft and 1 minute in Dynasty. 30 seconds on the clock. I'll say around 12, 13, 14, around there. Yep. So Zach, if you can send, actually, let me just rename this.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and send the link out. Again, in the redraft mock drafts text channel is where this link will be sent. And again, a huge shout out and love to everyone who is on the stream today supporting us. And if you don't know, dropping a like on this channel actually means so much because it just helps our algorithm. It helps us grow this channel. Dynasty grows so easily because it's such a new topic. Redraft, a little bit harder to grow. So if you can help us by dropping a like would mean a lot to us. And I'm going to send the link out here. Okay. Link to join the redraft mock. Here it comes. Now, not everyone's going to be able to get in. So don't be upset at us. Okay. We're doing our best.
We're doing our best.
All right. Here the link comes.
JJ said, I didn't even know was included. Makes it even more worth it being in best of both worlds. Absolutely. Redraft and Dynasty is always awesome. G Money says, Underdog Fantasy Best Ball sponsorship. I don't know. Sean,
no comment.
That's my bet. Sean said, you're from New Zealand, bro. Sean, are you back in New Zealand? I know you were in England for a while. You were there for work. Are you back in New Zealand? What's happening? I bet you it's freezing there. Did you go skiing? I know that's really massive right now during this time in New Zealand. Everyone's going to the mountains to ski, et cetera, et cetera. But here we go.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Okay,
let's do it. Again, real quick, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs,
30 seconds.
2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flex spots. And, I want you guys to comment, actually. Should we keep alternating between super flex and 1 quarterback? Do you have a preference? I like alternating. It's kind of fun, keeping it fresh. Anyway, let us know in the comments and let's get this thing started.
There we go. On the clock here, Jonathan Taylor. I'll take my guy CMC. As always, shout out to everyone. Pookie, Cole, Thomas, Dak, D. Lawrence, Filoni, Sean, Tommy, Bub, and ATJ.
Yeah.
Sean said got back yesterday. Dang, you were gone for like months, weren't you, Sean? I'm pretty sure it was like the whole, like, I feel like since May, like April, May.
Yeah. Ash K, we did see you join Patreon. You're on our close friends tier, which again, like, thank you so much for the support. But the close friends tier doesn't unlock actually playing in a redraft league with us. Make sure you look through those tiers entirely and see what
I
tiers
can show you
unlock what
really quick if you like.
Because you have to be in the redraft tier to play in a redraft league with us.
So
redraft leagues, we don't require a deposit, by the way, but
you should be able to see this.
You should know.
So if you wanted to join redraft, click on this one, press join, and then sign up. Or you can do best of both worlds if you want to sign up for redraft and dynasty for next year. If you want to know. So come here, Fantasyland plus redraft, press join, and then go from there.
Yep.
Um,
But dude, thank you so much for signing
yeah.
up, by the way. That's
amazing.
very kind
Thank
of
you so much. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna grab Devontae Adams here. I feel like anytime I'm at the back end of a draft, Devontae Adams ends up being my pick. I just feel so comfortable with him as my wide receiver 1. I do think he's gonna get an insane amount of targets this year. I think we're underestimating how good Devontae Adams can be.
Maybe.
I mean, Justin Jefferson. Let me ask people this: do you think? And I'm not devaluing Jefferson, Kupp, Chase at all. But do you think Jefferson and Adams' targets will be all that different? I'm just asking. Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Maybe.
But do you think their targets and volume will be much different? Because if you don't, then you probably believe at this point Adams and Jefferson are just as good of a talent as each other, right? And you have one who has Kirk Cousins, one who has Derek Carr. So, again, that's not to devalue at all. I'm gonna take Kelsey here. That's not, again, to devalue Jefferson, but it's more just to say, hey, maybe we're undervaluing Adams.
No, yeah, we just gotta wait and see. I think people are a lot more comfortable when Devontae Adams was with Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champion. I think it's a lot easier to say I'm always taking Adams no matter what when he's with Rodgers. Now it's a little bit different of a conversation.
Sure.
We just gotta wait and see what that looks like. I think there's gonna be consistent inconsistency all throughout the season. I know that's probably weird. Like, Devontae Adams is going to be consistent, but he probably won't be as consistent as he was the past years with Aaron Rodgers.
I would really disagree there, but maybe that's just a difference of opinion we have on Adams.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see a way that Adams isn't getting 8 to 10 targets every single game.
Yeah. Look, we just got to wait and see and see how that rocks.
ATJ's at the 12 spot. He loves it. Akshay says, and that's $10 a month for the rest of the NFL season. Yeah, so that's for the rest of the NFL season. Your tier does have to be active on redraft. Same in Dynasty. Again, the tier, one of the perks is the leagues, so you do need your tier to be active. It's a super easy way to support what we do, to support our channel, and also play in a league with a great community.
Yeah,
that's super active. So
yeah, absolutely. Sean says 3 months since April. The time zone made it really hard to do these live mock drafts, but glad to be back in. Love the fam here, man.
Oh yeah,
well, you're always in here. Honestly, you've always been here, and I was like, dang, where's Sean?
Sean's a day one.
Honestly, Sean is day one kingdom builder. Sean.
Sean, let me ask you, because I'm really curious. I can't remember. What was the first time you saw us? Because I know you signed up Patreon last year for those leagues. How did you find us, first off? And when was that? And how many subscribers? We probably only had this channel. We didn't have the Dynasty channel, definitely. And I'm trying to think, oh yeah, where would we have been as a channel? I don't remember. Dak says, I really, really like the Adams. Adams, I think the volume would be similar to Jefferson. What's up, Drew?
Gosh.
You're on the clock here. I don't know if you know that.
I do know this. I just don't know who to take.
ATJ says, it's honestly the unknown of Devontae with Carr. Plus, I feel like there is more capable other pass catchers with the Raiders that can eat into his production. Fair enough. I mean, I would say Adam Thielen's also kind of, I would put him in that category as well, as someone who could potentially take away from the wide receiver 1. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I can understand. Actually, so the winner gets all their donations back. Okay, so again, don't think of it as just like a league where everyone has a buy-in. The leagues are one of the perks of supporting us on Patreon, of your tier, right? So you get the leagues. If you win your league, we give you all your donations back. But not only do you get the league, you also get our rankings. You get the fancy hotline where it's a direct line to us, where you can ask us questions. Yeah. You get supporter-only streams, stuff like that. So make sure to check it out. Everything that you have a question about as well, if you feel free to DM us, but it's all pretty much lined out there as well in the tier. If you read through, I know it's a lot of text, but it should answer most of those questions as well. But always happy to answer any DMs on Discord or any questions that you guys have, of course.
Yeah.
But also, feel free. What we always tell people is feel free to join the Discord and ask people who are
part of Patreon. I think a
lot
lot
of
of
part of our Patreon leagues if they love it. And I think typically people are gonna talk about how much they like it from what we've seen.
Yeah. See all the board falling. Kelsey at the 2-3 mark, at the 2-5, and you got a run of running backs. Debo at the 2-8. I went Keenan Allen. Then Mike Evans went at the 2-12. T. Higgins at the 3-3. Josh Allen, the first quarterback off the board at the 3-5. Then Kyle Pitts, 3-6. I was debating between Alvin Kamara and David Montgomery. They're actually back-to-back in my rankings. The only reason I went with Monty is the expectation of Alvin Kamara missing time. I would always be taking Alvin Kamara, and we will always say Alvin Kamara will probably be a top 5, top 6 guy going off the board if he does not get suspended.
I'm on the board here, and according to my rankings, I do really need to get a running back here. I love Josh Jacobs. He's just always there.
He actually is always.
He's
there.
just always there,
100%.
you know. And I know a lot of people don't have confidence in him, but that makes him someone that I'm going to target a lot.
Yeah. Adicia, what's happening, brother? I don't know if we answered this question. JJ, Javonte, Hurts, for CD, Derek, Dak. Who wins in PPR?
Okay, in a redraft. Wow, I got to change my mindset. Okay.
I would say
this is the first, by the way, Aditya, this is the first trade question we've had for redraft this year.
Yeah, in a long time.
Everything's been dynasty trades.
So congratulations.
So Justin Jefferson. Is this a super flex, Aditya, or is it one quarterback? Because that's really important here.
If it's one quarterback, I'm taking the Jets' Javonte Hurts side. I think I'll be really confident in saying that. I like Hurts as my top 3 quarterback. Jets, my wide receiver 2 right now, 1 quarterback league with Javonte Williams as, for me, a top 10 running back. I have Derrick Henry as a top 3. But I think Javonte is going to take a really nice step, and I'm willing to down tier in my running back to get a high performance quarterback with a high performance wide receiver in Hurts and JJ. But that's just my thought process.
All right, so it's a 1 quarterback. Yeah, I would say I know a lot of people are still confident in Derrick Henry. It's not that I'm not confident in him at all, but for me, I think they're the Justin Jefferson side of this. And also the Hurts with his rushing upside. I'll take the Jay Jettas and Javonte side. It's close.
Yeah.
Dom says, I remember watching your first videos. My boy's growing.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Every day trying to grind on it. That sounds weird. Sorry.
Chris, I think Adams will be Carr's go-to in the red zone, plus with Waller and Renfro. Can defense really double Adams all the time in Minnesota? Just JJ and old Thielen for sure. And I think that's the thing. There's so many more weapons, oddly enough, now on this team. So yeah, hey, appreciate you. Thank you so much for subscribing, Mel. Welcome. Why you wait so long, man? That was the OG hit the gat, you know.
Yeah. Why you wait so long?
Man?
That DK clip is just goated.
Yeah.
Same with the
hit the gat with Joe Burrow. Yeah.
They're both goated clips.
I gotta get ready. Oh no.
Arnar, Jari.
All right, let me just look at my rankings.
Akshay, just saw you change your tier, my guy. We will I'll send you a message right after this live stream, I promise, and we'll get you set up.
Yeah.
Actually, I can probably do that while we're on the live stream. I can send you a message.
One thing I would say, Ashkay, is just ask Shay. Sorry if I'm.
It's definitely not Ash. It's Akshay.
Yeah, Akshay. Sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm really bad with names.
He is terrible with names.
One thing I would recommend is that join our Discord, and we will join our Discord, and then we'll send you a friend request. Try to link your Discord on your Patreon as well.
Yeah, I would say the biggest first step is to link your Discord and your Patreon.
All right, so
looks like Daniel Macy also just went to Best of Both Worlds, so it looks like we got 2 more people joining our redraft leagues.
That's awesome.
Which actually is incredible, because that means we now have 3 full leagues.
No.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hollywood.
I was like, no, take Hollywood. I probably should have went. I just saw that. I probably should have went Mike there. I need to readjust my wide receiver rank, because I've been tinkering with them on the top half. With tier 3 right now is where I'm really trying to reevaluate. Like, you see, Allen Robinson's there. probably
Oh,
should
I
have.
thought you would have gone A-Rob.
I
Yeah.
probably should have
Did
went
you miss
there.
him in the ADP?
I did. I definitely did.
Yeah, the ADP gets you.
So yeah, I gotta continue to keep an eye out. Tell them, Blaze.
You know I was thinking it gets. But actually, huge love, man, for the support. Excited to play in a redraft league with you. Expect a bunch of information. But as Badaki said, the most important step is going to be to connect your Discord to your Patreon account. And the reason that's important is because it unlocks your role in Discord and unlocks some private chats, and it makes it easier for us to find you over there. And shout out to you, Daniel Macy, as well. Excited that we're going to be playing in a redraft league with you as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We
Huge
see
support.
Mike Williams, Terry, Mooney, and Cooks. And this is interesting, Badaki, because we have been closely monitoring Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And in this draft,
Mike Williams.
It's an even bigger gap in
100%.
their draft, where they went. 211 versus the 5-4. That is drastically different.
Yeah.
And I am someone who has the belief that I don't think their finishes will be all that far off from each other. I know it might not be the popular thing, but
yeah, we just gotta.
I gotta figure out what wide receiver I want here. Sorry.
As you do that, I'll answer some questions. Thomas on underdog. JJ is going in the 6th round. I drafted him every time at this ADP. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's crazy that we're taking him here at the 310.
I definitely just panicked there.
Now you're good. Grind on it, baby. That's us. No jokes. DC.
That's us, bro.
My team right now: Hurts, Jacobs, Javonte, Jets, AJ Brown, Kelsey, Elijah Mitchell. Should I trade Jacobs and AJ Brown away for Aaron Jones and Darnell Mooney? I would be that's definitely a risk. I would be okay to take because I believe you're really tearing up in the running back perspective with Aaron Jones.
That's not a big enough tier up for me.
That's fair.
I think the difference for me is I have so much. I would like the difference between AJ Brown and Mooney, between Jacobs and Jones, with how I view Jacobs being viewed this year. It's not worth it for me. I would much rather have Jacobs and AJ Brown.
Okay, that's fair. I'm happy to take the chance, but I'm also happy to stay. I believe in Mooney. I think I believe in Aaron Jones, especially in the PPR format. I'm believing in him for him to have a lot of work in the air, specifically this year. But I definitely see where Zach is coming from. Dak says, "I'll get in on early redrafts. I want to play with your dad." Another sus comment. I guess is the way you read it. ATJ, Mike, but you already had Keenan. Yeah, that's what I thought because I did have.
ATJ, what the hell, man?
Russell,
you did that on purpose just to get a reaction. Be honest. Be honest in the chat. That is way ahead of ADP.
Bro,
I mean, I'm a fan of Russell Gage, but I was actually going to try and get him at the 710.
Is that unrealistic though?
That's too high. I think that's too high.
Is it too high? Because I think
he did it for a reaction.
Look,
he knew I was targeting him.
Look at these other wide receivers on the board.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I mean, I see 1, 2 people, 3 people I would take over him. 4 people. 4 people I would take over him.
So that's a little high. I mean, not for my rankings, but for ADP. Is Drake London still there?
Drake?
I mean, at this point, at the 6'3", I feel like it's worthwhile to kind of take a shot on one of these top rookies who are going to get a good target share. ATJ, you freaking punk. Yeah, he said thought it would be funny.
Shay, I'm just gonna call you Shay. Sorry, I really don't want to butcher your name. How would I link?
Call him Ack. Actually, you tell us. Do you want to be called Akshay or Shay?
Yeah, whichever one. He says, how would I link those to the Discord on Patreon?
I'm gonna send you a message right now how to do that.
We'll send you a message.
Let me find this message and I'm gonna find it and give you some help here. I'll send it to you over on Patreon, okay?
Yeah.
Let me find this for you. Let's see.
You can just call me actually or Shay, whatever is easy. Okay, awesome. Just want to double check. Don't want to butcher people's names.
He wants to try and be somewhat respectful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a message here, Akshay, and then we'll send you another message soon.
Okay. Robert asked a question last week about keepers. It was Javonte Williams in the 6th. Okay, I'm on the clock here. I don't know if you want to read that. Sorry, give me 1 second, or if you can, but no pressure.
I'm just sending him a message.
No worries. So I want to look at another running back here. I think I should be going AJ Dillon. Let me just double check here. Yeah, looks like it's AJ Dillon for me. My RB3. I'm okay with this. I believe he's gonna get a lot of work on the ground specifically. Let's see.
AW doesn't like Jacobs at the 310. That's fine. I'm happy for his ADP to keep falling. That offense is going to be so good this year. Okay, what was the last question that you were on?
I was on Robert. Sorry, I'm just getting ready.
I asked a question last week about keepers. It was Javonte Williams in the 6th, Kupp in the 4th, Lance in the 8th. But forgot I can also keep Elijah Mitchell in the 10th. 2 quarterback redraft, and I'm in the 7th spot, pick 2. Okay, Lance in the 8th is ridiculous in a 2 quarterback league. He's probably a 2nd or early 3rd round pick this year in redraft in a 2 quarterback league.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So Lance has to be locked in for you.
Yeah, I think we did say
Javonte in the 6th, Kupp in the 4th.
2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's so hard because there's so many good keepers. But yeah, I would go Kupp in the 4th as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would go Lance and Kupp, but man, that's so hard.
Shay said when redraft leagues will start. It should. We like to do our redraft drafts really close to the season, just so we're not drafting these players early because training camp just started. We don't want you.
We're
to
actually
get
just
injured.
to give like a solid answer there. We're gonna send out invites in a couple days.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a couple days, you're gonna get a DM once we set up your fancy hotline. You get a DM from us with an invite to the league.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone has signed up in a couple days, you'll get those invites. And then once everyone joins those leagues, we'll set a draft date and give you guys plenty of time.
Yeah.
To plan for it.
I guess the draft date will just be closer to the season. It won't be like your league is filled and then we draft. We want to avoid as much, I guess, injuries.
Yeah, the draft will be towards the end of August.
Mm-hmm. Daniel said recently drafted MT in a dynasty league in the 11th round. What do you think of Michael Thomas from a redraft and dynasty perspective? I think it's safe to say in a dynasty perspective, we are both avoiding Michael Thomas until it does fall into the value. I would say that's what probably Zach would say. For me, I'm just avoiding him completely. I don't want any investment on him at all.
I agree.
Even
in
if
Dynasty,
even if the value is there, yeah.
I'm not taking him. In redraft, it has to be like a 4-round difference. Like he's just one of those guys. I don't want any involvement in him.
I'm definitely.
And it's not even because I don't think that it's possible that he can be relevant. It's because I want to avoid the situation entirely. Like I don't want any part of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, Michael Thomas went here at the 7-4. I mean, let's just say this was your real team. You do have Mike Williams, Deontay Johnson, Cooper Kupp, which is fine. Michael Thomas is your wide receiver 4. But I think I would still take the chance on a Gabriel Davis I think has a higher upside because he's healthy. Elijah Moore if he was available because he's healthy. Some other people that are available, Garrett Wilson, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave, all these guys I would personally take a chance on over Michael Thomas just because I'm just trying to avoid it completely. So that's the thought process.
Hey, wow. This is the first time we have seen Rashad Penny go ahead of Ken Walker. In our draft Spadaku, we haven't ever seen that happen. And not to say that it's wrong or right, just because it's something that we have been monitoring.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just interesting to talk about.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it's gonna flip.
One of these rookies that I have been confident in from day one, and I just keep growing in confidence, is Chris Olave. And I think, again, in the 8th round risk reward, I feel really good about that. I believe Olave has top 20 upside in year 1. And when you look at this offense, I think it makes the most sense for this team to really give Olave opportunities to shine. If you're looking at someone that's a league winner, as in weeks 8 onwards, they start, think of Amon-Ra St. Brown last year. And I think Olave is going to be more involved from day dot. But think what Olave did last year, and then you look at, St. Brown did last year. Olave could be in a similar situation. Michael Thomas, we don't know what the situation is. I personally don't think he will even be the same player when he comes back. But it makes sense for this team to really build around Olave and give him opportunities. Teams want a young elite wide receiver to build around. And I think Olave is going to get a ton of opportunities. If Thomas is back, I would say Olave even complements Michael Thomas really well. Landry's there, obviously, but he is an older wide receiver. So Olave, to me, is one of my favorite rookie risk-reward picks in a redraft league right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Chris Olave. I think it's just good no matter where you where you drafted him, excuse me. So I'm excited to see how he goes. I'm excited to see all these rookies on the field. I'm on the clock here. I don't know if you saw Rob's question. It says I'm going to reach
Rob.
Yeah. It says I'm not going to reach high on Gage. If I know if you wanted to read that. I'm looking at a running back potentially here to get some more running back depth. A guy we literally just made a video on. I need to check my rankings though, because I don't know if it's Melvin or Stevenson. I think I would.
I would go Melvin, but
yeah, I think that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna go Melvin. I'm gonna go Stevenson though.
Okay,
let me just double check.
Chat.
I actually have Stevenson one spot higher, by the way. Anyways,
but I honestly have him as a top 20 wide receiver with Godwin out. Yeah, same. I said this before. He's my wide receiver 30 right now. And I think that is right now that's high in ADP, but I don't think that will be when we get closer to the season. But again, yeah, someone that you want to be a value, not to reach on. I think ATJ just did it to get a reaction out of me.
Pookie.
Just call me Akshay or Shay, whatever's easier.
Pookie.
What's up, Albert? What's up, my man? Yoki, what's your question? Hit it on us. Lay it on us. ATJ says it's definitely way more beneficial to load up at wide receiver. I feel like though, at 12 spot, to going RB heavy. Right. Makes sense. I think the values are better there at the 12 spot for sure, ATJ. We talked about JWs. Chris says Gage or Adam Thielen. And I have Adam Thielen ranked a couple spots higher than Gage right now.
Oh, man. I think I'm going to have to go Brandon Ayuk or Alan Lazard in redraft.
I'm going Ayuk, but
according to my rankings, I am supposed to be going Brandon Ayuk as well.
Ayuk could potentially be one of the, like, he's a really good best ball target. Ayuk is a really good best ball target because we don't know what's going on with Debo. We all think he's going to come back, and that's the most likely scenario. But Ayuk could be the number one wide receiver there.
He definitely could.
Probably won't happen, but he could. I mean, the risk reward is good there.
For sure.
Scary Hours says my home league is 8-27. I've been so into Dynasty. I hope that doesn't screw me over, and I take a bunch of rookies. Yeah, you definitely need to start mocking and get into the zone of redraft.
Yeah, definitely.
DTS says last Q, Jacobs and AJ Brown for Waddle and Connor. Nah, I'm still going Jacobs and AJ Brown there.
Jacobs and AJ Brown for Waddle. Yeah,
but
100%.
A lot of people don't believe in Jacobs. Like we've even seen it, you know, in ADP and in conversations. I understand people's concerns. So
wow, Tyler Boyd, Mark Ingram at the 9-9. I mean, it's getting to the point. Let me just make this smaller here.
Look at us. We just made a video about this player, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But Ronald Jones. Watch out for a video on this channel in a couple days. I really like Ronald Jones, and I'll explain why in that video. But I think that's incredible value. Well, not even incredible value. That's where he's going to go. Maybe even later. He's like a 10th round pick in most drafts, but I just like him as my RB4.
JW says MT being put on pub is crazy. It's been 2 years. How are you not on? Exactly. How are you not ready? That's not okay.
I know.
So
you're speaking our language, if you know our community, you know.
You guys help with trades. Hella, thank you all. Appreciate it. That's what we do, you know. And we love to help people trade. And we love trading. Mitchell Penny at the 7-12 could be a league winner if he stays healthy. I think is the big thing. Absolutely, though. I can definitely see it as long as he stays healthy. Alavi versus Burks is so tough for me.
Hey, by the way, I'm not a big Tyler Lockett guy, but 1, 2, 3. He's my wide receiver 5 here in the 10th round. I don't know how this draft pick doesn't return value.
Are these guys going? I mean, maybe I'm so used to 2 quarterbacks. So I was like, these guys were going like 2 rounds later, but maybe I'm thinking of a 2 quarterback league.
The super flex and the 1 quarterback ADPs are drastically different.
I was so confused. I was like, damn, Mark Ingram, Ronald Jones at the 9, they were going at the 11, but I think it was because it was a 2 quarterback. Olave versus Burks, so tough for me. I have Olave over Burks. In a redraft perspective, I think there's more opportunity coming his way. I think there will be more bumps in the road for Treylon Burks in his overall career. Maybe Zach is a little bit different, but he did draft Chris Olave.
I'm still Burks over Olave.
Did Burks get drafted here?
Yeah, he got drafted after me. I'm Burks over Olave career wise, but because I think there's more upside. I think Olave is safer, both in dynasty and redraft.
Love that Michael Carter pick.
There's more upside with Burks.
Yeah, I don't think it's a fair point with MT. He can be wide receiver 1 if healthy. If the price at this price point, he can be a league winner. We take other risky players early for the upside. Why is it different? I think it's different because of the length of the injury. Like we said, 2 years. 2 years.
How many elite wide receivers have been dealing with an injury for 2 years straight and then returned to be a wide receiver 1? I think that's the issue, is if you're drafting him saying he can be a wide receiver 1, honestly, he can't, like in my mind, and again, it's just my opinion, he can't. Like, he will not be the same player when he comes back. He won't have Drew Brees. The offense will not be centered around him. So, and he's not going to get 100. He's not going to break records for receptions and targets anymore. So I think I'm okay with the notion that let me draft him late because he can return value. But I think that's the misconception. We are all remembering what he was, but he's not that player anymore. And that specific injury, we've talked about this before, but that specific injury was really, really bad. The way he injured the inside of his ankle, there's a reason he's been recovering from it so long, because other people who had the same injury did not have the type of damage that he had. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from. I respect the opinion, of course. It's just, I agree he can become a value, but also I don't want any part of this. I don't want any part of it. I'm so happy to hold my hands up and say, I was wrong. I missed out on Michael Thomas. Then to draft him. And the other side of that coin is he might be ready week 1. We're at week 4. Well, still dealing with ankle soreness.
Yeah. I think that speaks volumes, though. Like, still dealing with the same injury 2 years later, being in rehab for the past year and a half, coming to this season now, because he didn't play last season, coming to this season and still saying, you know what, I'm still not 100%. I think that is so many enough red flags, should be enough red flags for anyone. But that's the thought process.
But again, like, you're right. Thomas is right in the sense that is how you find values. Guys who could have great roles who aren't being drafted high because of bad past or situations. So he's right in that sense for sure. Yeah. And Thomas, I totally respect where you're coming from. But again, I just want to avoid him.
Yeah.
And for those reasons, I'm out. Shark Tank style.
For those reasons, I'm out. Sean, can't remember when I originally found y'all. Probably on YouTube. I know I subbed to Patreon in June, July, a month or so after I found y'all, and I'm in the Bravo redraft and Alpha. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Kingdom Builder.
By the way, we're in the end of the 11th round, and I get Trey Lance sitting right there for me. If I didn't, I had Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins there.
The whole spawn.
Even more reasons for everyone to wait on quarterback in 1 quarterback formats this year. Agreed. You can get so many good quarterback values late. You got Tom Brady at the end of the 10th. Tom Brady, he is literally, last year he led the league in attempts, yards, touchdowns. Yeah. And he's going at the end of the 10th round. Stafford was a top 5 quarterback last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was top 10, top 8, something like that.
Top 10, my bad, yeah. But the point being, just there's so many good quarterback values later on in drafts.
ATJ, not a fan of 3 RBs for my first 4 picks in the 12th spot, but that's why we mock. Shay, will be able to join any of the drafts today tomorrow? Absolutely.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. We're doing a dynasty startup draft. on our other channel. If you're not subscribed to our other channels, I can probably put that in the chat. Channel, our Dynasty channel. So the Discord there, that's
the mock drafts are a free for all though.
Yeah.
But so
mock drafts
no one gets priority to mock drafts just because it's a free for all. We want everyone to be a part of them. But you will obviously 100% be in our leagues. But the link will be sent in the Dynasty text channel over there on Discord.
Yeah, agreed. There's no season management in best ball, right? Daniel said.
No. Yeah.
No season management. You didn't have to do anything.
Yeah. The cool thing about best ball is like it's a really fun way to draft, to test draft boards, to test strategies, and then if you win the league, it's just like, oh, you got some money in your account that you can withdraw. Yeah. And if not, it was like $1 or $3 league, and it was just a fun experience for you. Yeah,
exactly. That was a tough pick between Rojo and Spiller for a handcuff. I like Rojo better. I think we both like Rojo as well. Just woke up and joined the stream. But did you guys see the Twitter post of Kyler performance falling off after every new Call of Duty comes out? Oh,
I love that.
Oh, hey, the new Call of Duty comes out when? November?
Same for me.
October? Hey, the downfall starts. Sell him now. Get him off your teams. The cockroach.
Imagine we made a serious video on Dynasty and we were like, look, it's time to sell Kyler Murray.
Somebody said that.
Call of Duty is coming out.
I mean, that's something to look at. I mean, my guy needs to be studying. He needs to be studying his playbook.
That is ridiculous.
Scary. I love.
It's a meme, but it's not real. Like
I know.
It's not something to look at.
I love going Cup, Jefferson, Chase early, but my home league is a 10-team single quarter QB. Should I attack running back first 2 rounds since there are more wide receivers in later rounds?
To be honest, probably yes. In 10-team, you're right. There are less like true workhorse running backs, and it also depends. Like, what is your construction? Is it 3 wide receivers in your starting lineup and 1 flex? Is it two flexes? Is it 2-2-1 flex? Because if it kind of evens out for you in 12-team, I think it's already even, but in 10-team, I think it kind of evens out if you have 3 wide receivers. I think you can go whatever you want. Best value player available.
I like that. Shay, will the link for the Discord be will the link for the Dynasty be posted in Discord? Yes. So go to the Dynasty.
Come on.
What's the tab called?
Dynasty mock drafts.
Dynasty mock drafts. Go to Dynasty mock draft tab. That's where we'll be posting the link there.
I'll actually just put a little message in there right now. We'll be doing a Dynasty mock after the redraft.
Yeah. And
here soon.
And Shay, I would highly recommend that you try to join via like a computer or PC. I know you probably maybe you're on your phone. I think the response time to join on a computer or maybe tablet, whatever the case may be, could be a lot faster for you. Instead of doing it on your phone. Or a lot of people, just to give you heads up, if you want to join one of our mock drafts for the first time. It's day ATJ Diggs backpack about to be heavy with this wide receiver crew. I like Devonta Smith. Russell Gage's not terrible. I guess Dotson and Christian Watson are a little bit in question, but you know how it is. JC, do you guys think you ever do any best ball leagues? Hey, JC,
got something big coming, brother. Something big.
Wait to see, brother. Wait to see.
I promise you, it's going to be something that you will enjoy being a part of. Stay tuned, brother.
Save your money. Adicia, you're dead to me. Kevin O'Leary,
yeah.
Honestly.
If you know Shark Tank, if he doesn't like a company, he's just like, you're dead to me.
Thomas says, I understand your point with MT, but he's my wide receiver 4 in my team. Totally. I don't think I'm losing too much if he doesn't play.
I totally understand where you're coming from. And I think you have to come to the point where, what do you want in your wide receiver 4? I like the unknowns of like an Olave, like, first round draft pick, could be like the Amon-Ra St. Brown second half of the year. Michael Thomas, again, you can justify him being that. The great thing about fantasy is we all have these gut feelings. We can look at the analytics, we can look at projections, but we all have certain gut feelings when it's close with players. And I can respect where you're coming from there, for sure.
Drew, I don't know if we'll ever do that.
I'm gonna grab Marlon Mack here.
Nice. Snipetober. What do you guys think of Nico Collins' value with Mechie news? I think it just gets better, honestly. I don't see another person really taking. I mean, if we really look at the depth chart here with this team, I wonder if it's updated. Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, wide receiver 2. There's no one else really to compete now with.
Can I tell you who I think this actually helps more?
I think I know who you're gonna say, but yes, please tell us.
Brevin Jordan.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely could help him, and I definitely see the pathway for him. I do believe Nico will definitely be the primary beneficiary of John Mechie.
To
now
everyone
parting,
who
I guess,
held on to their Brevin Jordan stocks and didn't sell, and I've been telling people to go buy Brevin Jordan in Dynasty.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got the chance to do that. There is a real chance that Brevin finishes as a top 17 tight end. And that doesn't sound good. Okay. But in year 2, what did Cole Kmet do in year 2? Not a lot, but
right.
He didn't finish top 17. What I'm saying is I think we are going to see now the trajectory, right? And when you give these talented guys opportunities, the Dynasty community kind of changes their tune a little bit. So I think Brevin could have a really good year.
Yeah, I hear you. October 28th, Modern Warfare 2. I am betting cards ML every game. I don't know what ML means. Until then, lose.
I think he means the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He's probably talking about in games like bets.
Right. And then God of War comes out November 9th. Yeah, it's going to be a blend. Absolutely. DeAndre Ayton has the same problem. Shaking my head. I'm assuming with video games.
With games, yeah.
Right. Gator fan, who are a few backfields that... Oh, 1 second. I'm on the clock. Sorry, man. Let me see.
I'll answer. Who are a few backfields that you like to have shares of despite there being split backfields? And which ones are split backfields that scare you? I know Badaki's going to say Antonio Gibson. I already know exactly what he's going to say. Split backfields that scare me. Honestly,
I'm a little bit
like the one that comes straight to mind for me as far as like a backfield that scares me would probably be New England, because I think it's going to be Damian, but I have no idea what the hell they're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
Committees that I like, probably Dallas. I think both could be really relevant. Obviously, Green Bay. Green Bay is probably one of the best committees to be a part of right now with how important those running backs will be to their team.
Last round here, guys, by the way. Last round.
Those would be the ones that instantly come to mind. Sean says, I heard Kyler's new contract has a condition. Wow. Yeah, this is true. That he has to study at least 4 hours of film a week because he doesn't do it enough.
Are you serious?
That
is that genuine?
True. That is a part of the contract.
Why would I?
At least from what I have heard from sources that should be reliable. So it's interesting, right?
Yeah. Adicia, would you guys do Jetta and Javonte for Jamar and Aaron Jones? It's not.
That feels pretty even. I actually have Aaron Jones ahead of Javonte in redraft.
Yeah, it's not that big of a jump because JJ and
that's like a straight even deal for me.
JJ and Jamar are pretty close, but there's I guess like a 4 maybe to 5 gap between Javonte and Aaron Jones. For me.
That's the thing for me. I have Aaron Jones 1 spot ahead of Javonte in redraft.
Okay.
I have Justin Jefferson 1 spot ahead of Jamar. Yeah. So it's literally a wash for me.
Yeah, it's a pretty even trade. All love, Chris. No worries. Tommy, we're not doing grades. We're going straight to our Dynasty mock draft after this. ETN, now that J-Rob is not on the pub going into training camp. Yeah, I think it's good that he's not on the pub so we can see some work. But even with the reports saying that he's not on the pub, that he probably won't get back until mid-August, which I guess is a lot sooner than what we originally probably expected. But it's definitely going to be interesting if he can stay healthy. I do believe that they will utilize J-Rob. Doesn't mean ETN is not going to be valuable.
Yeah, but, and I think in PPR, I still don't have any hesitations personally.
ATJ, Damian's Damian Pierce getting more dump balls for sure. I love that. I definitely see it. ML means money line, right? Okay. ATJ, the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs. Yeah, I didn't answer the question. I think Chiefs. One team that came to mind were the Eagles. I don't know if you are scared of the Eagles.
Sure. Yeah.
Here's the end of the
I
draft
feel like
here.
Sanders was. We talked about this before, but I think he was one of the most unlucky players in fantasy last year.
Yeah.
So I'm less hesitant. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a split backfield, but
yeah, I think Eagles. I think another team like I would just. I'm not like actively avoiding them, but like, for example, Cordell Patterson, like the Falcons. I'm okay to just avoid. I know there's upside with Cordell, but I think I would just rather take the step aside and say, you know what, I'm just gonna deal with somebody else. That's about it though.
Yep.
Thomas Houston backfield scares me. They will split with 3 players. No one will be fantasy relevant. We'll see. I think I'm a believer in Damian and what he can do. Oddly enough, I was watching the Florida highlights because we do have an Anthony Richardson video coming out, and I was like, damn, that's Damian. I was like, damn, Damian caught that ball. I don't know if you were doing that, but
yeah, when I was revisiting the film, I was like, oh yeah, there's Damian.
Gator fans, how many teams RB2s do you see having standalone flex value? Oh gosh, I think that's a lot.
I gotta turn my camera off here to
No worries. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you can say I can't name the teams, but I can name the players. Tony Pollard, Kareem Hunt. You can do Rashad Penny. I don't think maybe you can say that for Rashad Penny or Ken Walker. I would say Clyde is a good flex value option. Cordell Patterson, Ramondre Stevenson, James Cook could be a good.
Penny, I personally think Penny has flex appeal, but
I think
I know that
people have him higher. People have that higher. Melvin Gordon is really good out there. Mark Ingram, if Alvin Kamara gets injured or is suspended, you can even do the Miami backfield. That's a throw up of a backfield. There's honestly a lot. You can even say the Rams with Henderson. You can say Washington with Brian Robinson or JD. There's actually so many teams that RB2s.
This is the NFL.
Yeah, that's the way it's going. I mean, you can even do it with the top teams now. You know, so Santa needs to go to San Francisco. Sheesh. Dylan, forgot him. GJ. Bruh, imagine Sanders to San Fran. Oh my goodness. That's actually nice, but I don't see how that happens. I mean, but that's nice. That's interesting.
It's actually one of those things that like doesn't feel like such an insane thing to do. You've seen Shanahan bring in free agent running backs before and just destroy value of other players. I think that's why people are always so hesitant, and like kind of rightfully so, right? In Dynasty, you feel good about the player, but you just don't know about the situation.
Yeah,
long term.
Yeah,
but we have a Dynasty stream that I'm literally about to click go live for.
Yeah.
So if you guys would like to join us over there, we're gonna keep having conversations. We're gonna keep answering all your questions on this stream. If you haven't dropped a like, would mean so much to us if you could help us by dropping a like on your way out. And we're about to do a Dynasty startup draft here on the other stream. So
yeah, I'll send you the link for the Dynasty.
Have you guys join us?
That is our Dynasty channel there in the chat. If you want to go to that Dynasty channel, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe here. If you haven't liked the video, please like. Go to the Dynasty channel. We'll be answering some more questions in Dynasty perspective. We could answer some redraft questions as well. As always, huge love. If you want to be part of a redraft league, patreon.com/fantasylandfam. The link is in the description below. And so much more is happening. We are having some really cool content coming out as well. Some new partners signing up. Stay tuned. It's all love. We'll see you in the redraft channel in Dynasty channel, in 5 minutes or so.